G'day everyone, Hunter here. Hunter's camping and bushcraft school. Just out in the bush with the missus. We're having a bit of a cook up, and I thought I'd make some more char cloth. Well, not char cloth, but char. Now, the other day in one of my other videos I mentioned you could make it out of punk wood. So the missus found this. This is punk wood. It's rotten timber. It just falls apart, very flaky. Now this is a little bit damp because it rained overnight. So I've just got it sitting down here by the fire, drying out. I don't know if you can see where I put that, but yeah. Just sitting down there, drying out by the fire. So when that's done, this is one of my little fire kits. It's just a tin, had some lollies in it, and I've punched a tiny little hole in the lid, and that lets the gas out. So what you do, I've got to show you what's in here first. Got a little fire striker for, well, using with a flint, and it's also got a little divot in there if I want to use it for a bow drill. I've got a piece of flint. I've got, this is why I need to make some more. That's my char cloth, and it's very, very fine and broken up, and it's not going to last much longer. Also got a piece of black obsidian in there. Beautiful stuff, but that's really, really super hard, and you can get a spark off that too. Before I had that fancy new striker, it's a piece of an old file, and that works brilliantly. It's just a high carbon steel, gets a spark off the flint real easy. I've also got a piece of plastic tubing, and we can use that to blow a jet of air into the coals to really get your fire spurred along. What else have I got in here? Now, this is what I make my char cloth out of. That's one of my old work shirts. They're not much good after I've had them for a year or so. So we turn them into char. I've just dropped everything, but that's what happens. That's why a table would be a great idea. They don't grow on trees, unfortunately, but we'd probably make one out of a tree before too much longer. So I'll wait for that punk wood to dry out, and then I'll show you how do we do it. All right, so emptied all the gear out of the tin. Fat wood hopefully is nice and dry. So I'm going to try and break it up into good sized chunks. I don't want to powder it. There we go. So we can just stuff that in there. The more we can get in, the better. There we go. Certainly not going to get much more in there than that. That's chock-a-block. Now the question is, can I get the lid back on? Yes, just. Okay, now you can see the fire. There it is. Nice bed of coals. We'll throw the tin on there and I'll show you what happens. Okay, so as we can see, we've got the hole on the top of the tin. Sit him in there like so, and give it a bit of time. Pretty soon you're going to see steam, or actually gas, coming out of that hole. And when that gas stops exiting that hole, that's when you know it's done, and you can take it off. See, wood gas is actually quite flammable. You can make what's called a gasifier out of it and run a generator, or even a simple, probably pre-80s car with it. Something that hasn't got too much in the way of technology and sensors. We'll come back to that when gas starts coming out. There we go. Don't know if you can see that or not. But the smoke, gas starting to come out of that hole. And I can't hold the camera here too long because I'm burning my hands. And I'm desperately waiting for that kettle to boil so I can have a cup of coffee. Alright, it's been a while, but I believe the gas has finally stopped burning off. So we shall get our mate here off the fire. And when that's cool enough to touch, I'll pull the lid off and we'll have a look and see how we went. Alright, she's cooled down. Let's see what happens. There we go. Charred punkwood. Now you got to make sure, because I've done this before and I stuffed up. I was a bit too keen to get the lid off. It's still too hot. As soon as you take the lid off, it gets flooded with oxygen and can reignite, which hopefully this won't do. So there we go. So that should take a spark from a ferro rod nice and easy. Flint and steel, maybe, if you're careful, because this is so much harder to handle than char cloth. It's super fragile. It just breaks apart when you pick it up. So I'd recommend a ferro rod. Anyway, that's it from us. Hunters Camping at Bushcraft School. Look us up on Google, book a course. You won't regret it. You'll have a whole heap of fun. The kids will love it. And it's a skill that they will use for the rest of their life. Anyway, just remember, we are nature, so get out there and enjoy yourself. See ya.